So hi everyone and welcome to a series that I call Game Composer Plays. I am Mount West and I make music for games. I am an award-winning game composer and I am also the creator of the AMAPP, which is a tool that is designed to help game composers work a lot more efficiently with adaptive music. And in this stream I will be playing through Half-Life 2. To explore how the music changes during gameplay and how they use the music in this game. And I picked this one because obviously it's, 20 years ago since it was released? The other day here. So it's free over on Steam. If you haven't played this game yet, get it now. It's incredible. Or at least I remember it as incredible. So we'll take a look at the game's soundtrack, but we'll also listen to how they're not using the music, how they're using the silence. So if you're a game composer, make sure to stick around. We'll discuss a little bit of some key takeaways for your own project. And if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to support me on Patreon, where you can also join our Discord community to connect with other game composers. I want to build this kind of community up and have these kind of events because I think it's really helpful, and it's something that I wanted to have sort of when I grew up and started working with game music. It's like I didn't have a community like it is so accessible to do right now in this day and age. So that's why we're here. I'll just put up my chat here so I can see if we have any questions coming in. So please, if you have any questions or if you want to share something, just let me know in the chat. But let's get to it. I started playing yesterday a little bit, or like the other day. A few days ago I started playing. So I have just... let's see. Here we are. So I've just picked up the game and started the first couple of sequences here, and I think this is an interesting way to play a game. I think to have a let's play here, and also so I think it would be interesting to have this kind of a gameplay where you look at someone playing a game, and when I play the game and just... Oh, he's still chasing me. Yeah, okay. And take a little bit of a close look at how they use music and perhaps try to analyze it in real time. I think it's going to be very difficult, really tricky to do, because you get really caught up in the game when you play. That's how I usually think about it. But it will be interesting, and try to challenge myself to be a bit more receptive and be a bit more attentive when I play the game, to try to think about what's going on in the moment. It would also be pretty cool if some of you guys listening will probably hear different things than I do. So if you have anything that you think about, then let me know. Half-Life 2 is not that much of a musical game. They do have music in it from time to time. Some action sequences, as far as I can remember, have some stuff going on here and there. But it's really mostly ambient kind of music and stuff like that going on, which we'll need to figure out. See a little bit how they use the music here. I know walking out from this part, so now we hear no music at all. Now it's just city ambience and this big hall with the speaker who is greeting you to this new world that we have over here. But we do have a stinger when we walk out of here, so let's take a close look, listen to what happens. Instinct creates its own oppressors
and bids us rise up against them. Instinct tells us that the unknown is a threat rather than an opportunity. Instinct
So that's really interesting, right?
covertly compels
It's sort of like you walk out here and it's a bit acousmatic. You don't really know if it's like a part of the city or if it's some music. Like you can't really see or understand where is the music coming from in this part.
urge to we should thank
And I think this will loop here until we don't hear anything. If we don't do anything else. Hi Tobias and Fox Show. Hi, what's up? Checked in on the other video there I saw.
They have turned
How you doing?
toward the stars.
Friday night, at least here in Sweden. This guy's blocking me, so, and if you look in here, you see there's some stuff going on there. So, trying to, you know, give a sense that you're in a police state. You should be looking out, or you shouldn't be looking out for anything. You should just go on with your day here. Got these big walkers, but it's really interesting. I think they just do this kind of ambience to not sort of interrupt with any of the other like sounds that they have here. They just want to give you a sense that you're you're out on your own in a sense. And I think the sound, the music, the ambience has sort of died out now. We do hear the walkers in the distance. Yep. All right. And here's some other stuff going on. And these things, you hear the flyby of the flying thing. Fox Show. I don't know if you can make cash by making videos, shorts, or lives. I suppose you can. I think there's a few streamers out there who's actually making a living out of it.
First the building, then the whole block. They have no reason to come to our place. Don't worry, they'll find one.
See, like these kind of things, the survey drones, they make this kind of low a drone sound, right? A bit musical, but I don't think it's like intended to be musical. And all these loading zones, we're gonna have a lot of them. So now we're in a block, we're just walking around. Yeah. Did I tell you it was a police state? Oh yeah, I saw the documentary, sort of why I picked it up today as well.
Oh, I thought you were a cop.
He's one of us.
It's really good. It got me really inspired to see what's going on, how they present the stuff. I did not know about the lawsuit kind of thing. That was really something else, right?
I told you
An intern
for us next.
changing. Let's see. Can I?
Deactivate the suppression field and let us breed again.
No, I can't.
Allow me to address the anxiety.
Where am I going right now? Yeah, but the intern saved the day, right?
I can't take it anymore.
Everything's gonna be okay.
What are we going to do?
Yeah. There's a lot of people in distress here.
When is it all going to end?
Attention, residents.
You can't go up right now. It's completely dark.
Cooperation.
Here you can.
Protection.
All right, we can go here.
Full ration reward.
Head for the roof. There's no time to lose.
Yeah, I hope we... Oh, we're being chased. Run for your lives.
Failure to cooperate will result in permanent off-world.
I hope they pay the intern really well.
Attention.
Get in here, quick. Keep
All
moving. Head for the
citizens.
All right, another loading scene. Here we have another stinger. I suppose they're sort of like transition, indicating transitions. Like now you've gone from one sort of state in the game to another State as in like you are. Oh, they're actually trying to shoot you. For instance, first they were just like sort of ignoring you, took notice of you, but now you're in trouble. I think 9 plus 10. I think that's 11, right? Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Over here! Ha! No, you
No.
don't!
There's a great introduction to a character here, so. No, you don't.
Dr. Freeman, I presume.
And this, like, you see the whole face, the whole screen is covered with her face, so you can see her like expressions in the face.
You don't want to get in their way.
Very like the detailed kind of movements in her
Dr. Kleiner
in her
said
muscles,
you'd be coming this way. I don't think it occurred to him. That
which was really, you know, this is one of the many things that sold the game on like a global scale. It's like they really upped what you can do with animations and physics and a lot of technical stuff.
Remember him from Black Mesa? Your old administrator. Don't get my dad started on Dr. Breen.
There's gonna be a lot of moments with nothing to do here. Alex is quite a weird character.
You showing up on this
Maybe because she's too realistic or something. I mean, she sticks out in the context of the game among all the other characters.
We've been helping people escape the city on foot. It's a dangerous route to my father's lab through the old canals. Today, we're finally on the verge of having a better way.
Have you played the VR game?
Let me buy you a drink.
I never picked that up.
Oh, and by the way, nice to finally meet you.
Oh, coffee. I'm drinking coffee.
Where did she get to? Lamar, come out of there!
Uh-oh.
The way they introduce characters in this game is spot on.
Almost all right. Lamar has gotten out of her...
You know, like you meet Barney and he's like the goofy one.
trapping
And then you meet Alex and she's like the heroine.
It really is you, isn't it?
She's really like brave and you know.
A troublemaker, isn't he?
And then you meet
Great deal
the
to
professor. He's like, where did I put my face crab dog pet?
I must say, Gordon, you come at a very opportune
I actually
time.
prefer Pepsi over
Just
Coca-Cola.
installed the final piece for our resurrected teleport.
Fox.
I can't take any credit for the breakthrough, Doctor.
Nonsense. Your talents surpass your loveliness.
Let's just see if this thing works, okay?
Well, is he here? There you are. Man, Gordon, you stirred up the hive.
Now we have a pretty lively room here.
Doc, it'll jeopardize everything we've worked for.
Don't worry, he's coming with me.
That's
I
right.
probably missed some
This is a record.
musical element here.
We'll inaugurate the new teleport with a double transmission.
You mean
And
it
these
worked? For real this time? Because
these machines, you can't really call them music,
No, there's nothing to be nervous
but it's
about.
really interesting how they,
Major
you know,
strides since then.
they put it up
Strides.
as,
What cat?
you know, the soundscape. They really designed this part of the room
What?
to have sort of a cozy feel.
Right. I almost
It's like a, you know, this is the fireplace,
I've
and
gotta
this
get
is the
back on my
kitchen.
shift, but okay.
you know, like it. And then you have carpets, you know, like it's supposed to be cozy. It's supposed to feel like home. It's really interesting.
Here we go.
And here we have, oh yeah,
Get it off me!
now we have the face crab.
Lamar! There you
I
are!
thought you got rid of that pest.
Certainly not. Never fear, Gordon. She's debeaked and completely harmless. The worst she might
Welcome.
do is attempt to couple with your head. Fruitlessly.
Yeah,
Get that thing away from
the
me.
Hev suit,
There, my pet. Hop up.
HEV.
No!
What's that for?
There!
Can't
No,
really remember.
no. Careful, Lamar. Those are quite fragile. Oh, fie.
Oh,
It'll be another
fie.
week before I can coax her out of there.
Yeah, longer if we're lucky.
Barney, you're not an animal person.
Well, Gordon, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Into your suit now.
Become the hero.
Well, Gordon, I see your HEV suit still fits you like a
Like
glove.
that
At least
sound effect,
glove
that
type.
stinger is like
I've made
game on.
but I'll just equip
Everybody who's played a Valve game
Now, let's see.
will hear that like every time
The
they
Mark
open up.
V hazardous environment
any game.
suit has been redesigned for comfort and utility. Oh dear.
Doc, we don't have time for this. At least
There's
get
another
this
interesting
stuff,
stinger.
Gordon.
Good idea.
Like it doesn't
There's a charger on the wall. I've
doesn't really
marked
say anything about
small
what
power
that
with
is.
Combine energy outlets, which are plentiful
And then
wherever they.
he just said, "Oh no." So you know, like, oh, there's something going on here.
Meanwhile, let's get this show on the road.
Something going on here. That is really, really bad. HEV, Hero Elemental Vest. Let's go with that. It's quite interesting, like, you know, they want to hide stuff apart from this room. I mean, of course they want to hide a teleport. Who wouldn't want to hide a teleport if they were in a police state?
Why don't you position yourself near the panel over and wait for my word?
Oh, there's some lag.
Are you there?
Yes, Eli. Bit of a holdup on this end. You'll never guess who found his way into our lab this morning.
Like I said, there's a lot of waiting moments here in the beginning.
Indeed, it is.
In the whole game, really.
Our
Like,
intention to
it's
send
full
you
of, like,
packing
these
straight away in the company of
expositions and
Ready for us, Dad?
look what we can do with the new tech that we have built.
Let's see. The massless field flux should self-limit, and I've clamped the manifold parameters to CY base and LG orbifold, Hilbert inclusive. Conditions
Pouring up
would
a
hardly
little
be
bit more
ideal.
coffee. We can take a look at Vance.
Last time.
Alex, while she's
Yeah, about that cat.
Initializing in 3, 2, 1.
she's doing this. Oh no.
Oh, fiddlesticks. What now?
Doctor, the plug.
Dear me, you're right. Gordon, would you mind plugging us in?
It's right there, Gordon.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You gonna let Gordon
But all of these things are really like tutorials. Like they teach you to interact with different parts of the environment. They put lightings and they put small indicators to stuff that you can interact with. So even though these are slow moments, it's a let you understand that you can take the time to do all of these things.
Keep it going, Gordon.
Oh, yeah, what was I gonna do? Yeah.
Very good. Final sequence. Commencing now.
I can't look.
Yeah, Lamar. That cheeky bastard. Flanger effect going on her voice. It's a really nice... is that thunder?
Well,
And then some process kind of stuff for it.
For yourself.
Hey, Doc.
You have this kind of vibrating thing
my
between the left and right ears.
palpable.
Fantastic work.
Well, I can't take all the credit. Dr. Freeman proved an able assistant.
Let's go ahead.
I did something.
Right you are. Speak to you again in a few moments.
Good job, Gordon. Throwing that switch and all. I can see your MIT education really pays.
They really sarcastic in the writing in the whole game. It's so weird.
Send you to Eli's.
And not a moment too soon.
Thank you, Abyss. Thank you. Thank you for checking in.
Excellent. Initializing in 3, 2.
So let's see. Lamar comes out
Now,
from.
Barney, if you'd be so kind.
Good luck out there, Gordon.
There's some vent around here somewhere.
We're ready to project you, Gordon.
It's
Over
really
and
obvious when he comes out.
Best of luck in your future endeavors. Final sequence. The hell?
Oh yeah,
What is it? It's
here he is.
Freaking headhopper!
Bar. Heavy.
Oh! There he is! It's the bar with him. Get about that thing!
Coming through, Dad.
Poor Lamar.
I'm not sure. It seems to be some kind of interference.
Gordon, stay put. We'll get you out of there.
Something is drawing him away. What?
I mean, there's not. You meet this guy.
How did you get in here?
Hey, take these back.
It's only you and me, Fox. But that's alright. But if anyone is around, just let us know. Do you know that your YouTube channel will soon receive the official artist channel status? I don't think so. That would be very odd, I think. I have barely promoted it.
Behind you. Shut it down, shut it down.
It's really interesting here. They go from this really chaotic, and this drone that's there is still there to tell you sort of like you're still under the influence of this. But the chaos has stopped. You can now like run around for yourself. So let's see, where are we supposed to go? And it's really good with these drones, like sort of reminding you that you're never really free from people who are trying to find you. Barney is supposed to arrive here, right? Yes.
Hey, Gordon! The Citadel's on full alert. I've never seen
Thanks
it.
for the love.
Get out of City 17 as fast as you can, Gordon. Take the old canals, right? They'll get you to Eli's lab. It's a dangerous route, but there's a whole network of refugees, and they'll help you if they can. I'd come with you, but I gotta look after Dr. Kleiner. Oh, and before I forget, I think you dropped this back in Black Mesa.
My beloved crowbar.
You're gonna need it.
And this, you see the tower in the background. Just before that, you had some like alarm sounds. Oh, this. Here we go. This is music. So I suppose you see this. You get the crowbar, and then you're like, okay, back in business. Now we are where we left off. I want to strike you down. Can't. People shooting at you, so you should just run. I suppose. Stuff. Where are we going? We are not going here. So what do I think about the art and sound design here? Abyss asks. I mean, I remember it as like really immersive and powerful. So it's interesting hearing it again. New eyes, new ears. Oh yeah, we do have the flashlight already. So we don't have to worry about that. I'm almost dead here. Let's see if we can find some health packs. But it's a bit, in a sense, it's a bit dated. The music, I mean. Like this kind of trance. People don't really make trance like this anymore, you know? Okay. And these loading sequences here. And then they just cut the music. See, this is really different. This, you can't do this anymore. Eduardo. No, I never gave the crowbar a name.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah, we got it.
They'll be looking for you now.
I have no problem with that.
There's nothing else you can do here.
So, trusty Eduardo. Let's, I'll go with that. Let's see. Right. Oh. Let's see if
Unidentified person of interest.
We're waiting for the train now, aren't we?
Local protection team needed.
Guess we need to get over there. Yeah. Yeah. I've tried to change the. I've looked for ways to change this, like the subtitles or like the whatever you call them, the labels. Because it's. Oh no! I fell down. Okay, we'll just have to wait. But I don't know how really. Perhaps it's like you have to go on Steam and change it inside of Steam. Alright, ammo. You got some like ambience going on here right now. Like a drone. Like a deep drone that comes in. And then you have like this this thing that sort of looms over it. Where are we going? Yes. This is so nostalgic. Oh. Like I do remember every little part of this. Oh. Heal up a little bit. Oh, this is great. That distortion on the bass. It's really nice. Now this kind of music you would still be able to hear in a game like this. It's the glasses, I suppose, that reminds you of Steve Jobs. I suppose. I bought them for like the magic kind of feeling that it gives me. But yeah. Let's see. There was something you could do here. Should just power through. Yeah. Oh, you need to go down here. That's it. Oh yeah, because the train comes up there. Oh wow, the lag. My poor computer. So, and now you have like the sequence, the music sequence from up there with the train and with the action stopped as soon as you went down here. All right, thank you. I'll check the language option a bit later there. I just want to play this game right now.
Good God.
Oh, you know.
Sirens are for you, huh? Good thing you found us. You're not the first to come through here by.
This is the Freeman. The Combine's reckoning has come.
Yeah, I'm actually playing on my MacBook right now, so
Main station's right around the corner.
I don't have any. I don't know why it's laggy, really. It does remind me of how laggy it used to be on my computer back when I played this. That's a synth. Brown, brown.
Can't afford to get nervous. Civil protection catches you.
Someone just recorded like one note on a synth. No processing whatsoever.
Unrest procedures code is now
Get out of here.
inoculated. Shield. Classified. Code.
Loading, loading, loading. Perhaps my computer doesn't like the physics. Now they teach you about these. I can't remember the name of these. Can you remind me? Do you remember the name of these?
Hey, over here! Help! Go!
Oh. Oh yeah. It's interesting. They're the barnacles. That's what they call. It sounds familiar when you say it. It's really interesting when they die. The enemies, their notes are different, so they're not always the same.
Are you there? We have confirmed reports of manhacks. Repeat, they're filling the underground with manhacks.
Now they told you something about some. Oh yeah. Teach you can. Oh yeah. They teach you can mount these, and they're really powerful. Oh yeah. They told me that they told you in the documentary that they put on some like. Oh, let's unmount here and then shoot this thing when they come out. They put like magnets for when the combines die and when enemies die, they can be pulled towards something. So you get these like dramatic moments. Did you see the documentary? The 20th anniversary. There's so many alarms and like different alarm sounds in this game. Something really interesting, if you listen here. As soon as you go in here, there's not reverb in here, even though it sounds like echo. But it's like, it's a delay kind of thing. Like a delay effect that they use there instead. Perhaps they do some kind of reverberation processing.
Keep going, friend. That station was raided, but there's others up ahead. I'm gonna stay here in case any others come through.
Oh yeah. What do you do here again? Try to kill you with these boom boom boom. Oh, poor crow. You just jump up here, right? Yeah. Yeah, that crow moment. That's just the circle of life. They really So here, if you kill these, or if you shoot them, they just get pulled down there and they die. So that's like a magnet moment that they put in there. They talked about that in the documentary. So they just pull them down there, and then that sort of kills them. Then let's just go here. So, oh yeah, now they teach you have to sort of kill them before they do any harm to you. So we haven't heard that much music for a while here. Curious about what they sort of the idea behind that. Perhaps because there's just like a lot of new stuff going on. So by not having music, they tell you in a sense that like there's not like one thing. For instance, last time we had music, there was like this action moment. So like the whole thing was just like, now you're in action, you just fight, you know, like now it's just shooting range for you. Run around, you're getting chased. But now we're walking through some new parts of the game, new what do you call them, environments. It was a long time ago I watched anime, Fox. I think the last thing I watched a little bit of was Attack on Titan. I died. A few months ago, I watched some Attack on Titan, which is really good. It's a really good show. Welcome back, Tobias. Welcome to City 17. We're still here. Oh, no, we're walking in circles. Oh, okay. Alright, let's do it properly this time. Let's just not get caught up in one of these blasts. So now we're here, and let's jump over. Oh, all right. Dun da dun. Is that the one with the really popular intro? I remember there was something like circulating a few weeks ago with a visually really cool intro.
You are charged with socio-endangerment level 1. Protection of sword.
The environments in Half-Life 2 look like alive. Or is this a typical Electronic Arts games without souls? Oh wow. I think like for what I think it's really alive. I think they did a good job with like try to capture kind of feeling that you're in a world that's sort of vibrant. Oh wow, what is killing me? Do you have any ideas here? I think it might be one of those explosions. So perhaps I should just take the moment and kill the enemies here in the beginning. Alright, let's take it a bit slower. Yeah, it's definitely these. Yeah, I haven't watched Done at all. Oh, I'm out of ammo. I have not played Fridays at Freddy. What is it called? Friday Nights? Fridays Night at Freddy's? I haven't played that one. Bendy, I don't know which one it is. A long time ago I played actually any horror games. Oh. I'm really curious about this lag. But it does seem like as soon as there are like physics moments with a lot of physics, my computer doesn't really hold it. It's much to refine the genre in a game that's 20 years old. I know, like a lot of the things that you have here, everything sort of grew out from here. Like the way, like, you know, physics, of course you need to have physics in the game. And now Unity and Unreal and Game Maker, they all like come with some prefab, you know, physics engine. You didn't have anything like that, you know, before this. Like there was nothing like that. And now we just take it for granted because, like, of course we should take it for granted. Like it's part of what makes a cool game a game right now. But there's still a lot of like things that, you know, could be improved, I suppose. Like the music aspect of games are getting better. Yeah. The physics puzzle, exactly. Like it's just part of what makes games right now. It's like, okay, if you have physics, then you can do puzzles with physics. And I think it's really interesting when you think about music and stuff like this for games. When you have these kind of small details, you should be thinking about, okay, well, how does that relate to the music? If you make music for games, how does a physics-based world relate to the fact that we can have, you know, how can the music relate to the fact that we can have physics in this world? Is there anything we can do with that, you know? It's probably a lot of ways that you can work with music in physics-based worlds, but probably not that many that sounds that great. But you never know, like you have to ask yourself that when you make music. I'm getting hammered. Now I'm getting caught in this. And now let's just get away. Alright. Oh, I would love to play Portal. I'll try to get hold of that later. Oh, poor guy. Now we're thinking like, what happened to this guy? You hear the stinger? As soon as it came down here in this volume. Volume is like it's like a space inside of the game world where you enter. It's like an invisible space. And if you enter that volume, they will, you know, it can trigger something. They measure where your position is. So you came down into this volume. And you came here because like you saw these things. Oh, right. Cool. Health packs. Let's get health packs because we just got shot at. And then we turn on the light. Like before this, you don't see the guy, right? And then when you turn on the lights, now you see him. It's like, oh, what happened? What happened here? Like, you know, he's got no face. And he was among some health packs, so he should be fine. But so it's a lot of interesting things where you use, you know, music to trigger these kind of things. Let's do that, Tobias. Let's do that. I actually never played it co-op. I finished the game single player only. That would be really, really fun. And here's the interesting part with this. The music here is like when you want to have the music like there. So, you know, you don't notice it, but it's there. You usually use like low bass instruments. But here what we just heard was like some bit high frequency kind of things. Oh, and now we're back here. Wait. Did we miss something, or was this just a moment to show us that... No. We need to figure out where we're going. Ah, we're going here, of course. Fox, did they actually use like real images of burnt people? That sounds crazy. I wonder if they use any music in Portal 2. Like, it could be quite interesting to see, to try to compare if you like hear the same stuff. Like, although, you know, Portal is not really, as far as I remember, Portal does not have that much music, other than like the few story elements that you have. Fox, that's crazy. I never knew that. So these are actually like real images of burnt people. That's really, yeah. I did not need to know that. That's realism for sure. Oh, now we're here. Escape these. Where are we going again? Here. Like, although all of this was pretty, you know, everything was so groundbreaking with this game back then, there's still, you know, these small details with these things, for instance. Like, you went through 2 of them already, like these slopes with the barnacles, and then you have a 3rd one. And today I would think that they would just say, you know, you already repeated it twice. Now it's, you know, you've already done that game design. You don't have to do it again. Yeah, it does make sense that you use like, reference pictures for everything then if you use real faces for just the live people. But that was new to me. Take a sip of coffee. And these loading screens, they're just as fun as I remember them. Do you also get like nostalgic of it, like the footstep sounds that you hear just before the game restarts again, like just after the loading screen?
Get in here, hurry! Civil protection is onto us. We're tearing up the railroad, covering our tracks. Looks like you're gonna be the last one through. Be glad you're not the...
Oh yeah.
Poor bastard doesn't stand a chance.
That reminds me, yeah, the head crab zombies.
Now they're flooding the
They're shouting gibberish.
You better get going.
Fox, yeah.
Oh shit! Too late!
Now you have these drones coming in here with saw blades. Abyss, that's awesome. I think I agree with Abyss, Tobias. I think you should put him out.
You really gotta go.
Oh, you don't have them on YouTube Music? I think they're on his YouTube channel still, so you can check them out there, I think. But yeah, I also only listen to music on YouTube Music. I don't have Spotify or Tidal or anything of the other platforms. So find a way to get them there. Speaking of music, we haven't talked about the music here yet for some time. Yeah. Let's do that. Halo was like the game which made me realize that you could actually be like a rock star and make music for games. No. Yeah, I know Abyss. Yep. YouTube Music is definitely a good better platform for listening for music. But I love the fact that they run YouTube, and YouTube Music is sort of like a parallel kind of setup, so you can listen to YouTube videos on YouTube Music, which contains music, which is great because there's a lot of videos that contains great forgotten music which can only be found there. Oh, where are you? No. Okay, I need to focus. We're getting nowhere with this. So I'll kill these with the crowbar, and then before I go around the corner, I will take my pistol and shoot the barrel. These are so chaotic. Only from my part. I thought for some reason I would compete with myself on YouTube. Yeah, because it's like... No! Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at the same time here. But we survived at least. No, like one thing that I learned about, posting stuff on platforms, music in general, is like you will sort of, or I felt that what worked for me is that I understood that if I should release music, it should just be everywhere, and I should not be that worried about like what brings me more money than the other and stuff like that, because it's like unless you make a lot of money from music, it's not really worth thinking about that in any. It's not really worth like the sort of the benefit that would bring. You knew that you can play together in Half-Life 2 co-op, and you can play with Tobias. Yeah, but isn't that like a mod? We could do that. But do you have to like install a mod? I thought that was like a mod kind of thing. Do these chase you? Yeah, they do, right? Make so mute. Oh yeah, you go in here. We haven't heard that much music here, right? Oh, it makes so much sense. Do you know about the 7-hour war in Half-Life? No, what is the 7-hour war? Just hit a dead end. Where are we going again? I can't remember. Are we going anywhere? But it's really interesting in this game. They used music so sparsely, so sparingly. Down here. Now, as soon as you enter this volume, it's like, okay, it's action time. Let's go here, kill this guy. I don't have anyone in my back. now you pick up the machine gun, right? Yep. So, perhaps another reason why they started the music here is like, let's introduce you to another powerful weapon that you're gonna have. Let's play the music. And now, onto a puzzle. Is it? Or should we just go through these? I think there's something you do here. Don't you just go through this now? You don't. And as soon as you get here, did you hear that like fade out? It's called Synergy. I should check it out. I'm currently playing on my MacBook on like I don't know what it's called, but it's like a program that allows you to install Windows Windows programs inside of Mac and then run games from Steam that's only like Windows only games. So I'll check that out. If I can do that, that would be pretty epic. The 7-hour war is a moment when humans and combines go into war. And then they start cooperating. Now the events of Half-Life 2 start. From the... Is that from the first... Oh yeah, it's from the first game. I've never played... I played a little bit of the Half-Life 1, but I never actually played any of like the DLCs. Or did you call them that back then? I think they were called expansions or something like that. How do you get through this again? Oh yeah, you swim down here and then you go up here. Then you learn. Oh, you need to take breaths. Go down here. Continue on. Then you can swim up. Oh.
Seek medical attention.
Seek medical attention. Get away. Oh. And we were inside of that thing not too long ago. Inside of that that fenced in kind of walk path. Now I don't know if they were like the first developers who did something like that, like back tracing. It should have been like quite common before as well. Can't really remember how it was. Yeah, you do a lot of back tracing in lots of games back then. So nothing new really. But it's just like, you know, very interesting details of how they put stuff together, put together levels. So I just need to focus here real quick. That's 3 times in a row on the same place. On the same place. Let's try to get the first one. Shooting into the wall or something. I wonder if my aim is off. Yeah, look. When I shoot here, like I'm hitting the wall up there. That's so odd. Perhaps I need to like restart the game or something. I never played Plants vs. Zombies. I think I'll just take a quick restart of the game here. Try to see if I can reset it. But are we saved? Should save. That spotted. Let's try to... I do aim like a stormtrooper. Let's see if we can change the settings there. Oh, you said Abyss, you checked it out. You go to Steam library, Half-Life 2, properties, launch options. It is in English. See, that's what I think. I think it's, since it's running like the Steam, I have everything in Swedish, right? So since it's running in the Steam, whatever you call it, the wrapper or something like that, it means that when you open a game, it is in Swedish. So if I go in here and I change, where do you change that? I have no idea. No, all right. To create a lobby for co-op playing Synergy, you need readmin, VPN, or other methods from the manuals. Settings, game audio. Perhaps you can do that. But I think there's no way for me to change the language in here. Never mind. Let's just play the game. It's not that bad. At least the audio is not in Swedish, so it is what it is. Let's not waste time. Okay. Now you have the stinger. Oh, Fox. I'm sorry about that, but you know, if you set up the ambition and you have the vision to get a PC, perhaps you start saving a little bit of money. Put up, you know, a little bit of money every month. You should always try to do that, and eventually, let's see, yeah, now the aim is good, and eventually, you will have, you know, quite a bit of money on your account, and then you can look at what kind of computer you want to get. You can perhaps build one yourself. It's gonna be a bit cheaper then. It's okay. Yeah, I still die. I still die. What is Entropy Zero? I recognize the name, but I don't know it. Oh, hi Andrew. I should say your name. Welcome. What is Entropy Zero? So, okay. Now let's get some let's go ahead and progress. We've been stuck here for too long. Ah! Oh, hi parents! It's pretty cool. It's a Half-Life 2 mod. What do you do in there? Act. No, I get distracted. I saw your yeah, Tobias. I saw your comment. on agged. I suppose I got agged. Oh, wait. Let's just focus a little bit. My aim is getting immortalized here. All right, let's do that. Let's get a bit of health packs. Oh, can't waste money. That's no good. So we just run up here. Take it real quick. Ah, no. Are you having fun? I'm not. Not right now. Alright. But this is just like life, you know? It's trial and error. You run into an obstacle. You need to try to figure out a way to get around it. I got 1 HP.
Emergency. User dead.
Oh, we're not even... Oh yeah, we have to climb up this pipe and then run over there. That's why we're doing this. And then you can get hurt on this vent. So we should be... And then there's a barnacle here. No! Oh, we're gonna die. Should we just save just there? Make sure we... Oh. So now we got a save state at this point. Okay. Perhaps they got some health packs. So the reason why I'm doing the streams, Abyss, is that I'm a game composer, and my idea is that I want to have like a stream where you can come together and talk a little bit about the music in a game and how it sort of, you know, how it changes to the gameplay. I haven't seen one really, and I haven't been told if there's anyone who have a stream like that. So I thought I would start one. I have a Discord server where I have like other game composers who are supporting me, and other people as well who are supporting my work. So I'm developing like a software for making game music. So my idea is I want to have like a regular thing. I would definitely play Ori and the Blind Forest. Definitely. I've been trying to... I think Tobias, didn't you get hold of Gareth Coker? Or did I think of someone else? You got a hold of the one who made... what's it called? A Short Hike, I remember you told me. So... And if I could do that, that would be pretty cool and interesting to have people who have game composers who have actually played the game to join in on the stream, perhaps to do like a co-op stream and then talk a little bit about the game that they made the music for. I think that would be pretty interesting. Although, like, it takes time. Like, you know, I've been playing for how long? I've been playing for... Where can I see that? Can I see that somewhere? for 1 hour almost, and I'm like barely through the first phase of this game. So, you know, but if we could set it up some way where like everybody sort of feels like it's relevant, perhaps you find like a part of the game where you start at, and then you can like go from there, and then find some small interesting bits here and there. So I suppose we're going down here. Then I think that would be really interesting. I should be destroying these before they get here. Yep. Let's do that again. Interesting stinger here. You've been down in the sewers here for a while. Let's see, we need to get these. You've been down in the sewers for a while. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I don't know what I have. Let's see if we can destroy this. So you're down in the sewers, there's not much going on, and you try to find your way around. And then as soon as you come up here, you're gonna have action starting again. You know what I should do? I should lower the volume a little bit on everything else about the music. If I can do that. Yeah, Tobias, let's hook up. Let's do some jam. Game volume, music volume. Here's interesting. So there's a lot of, you know, in most games nowadays you have like dialogue volume is 1, and then you have like ambience and nature sound is 1, and then you have like a master volume, and then you have music volume. So they split everything up in like UI sounds and sound effect sounds and everything. But not here in this game, it's just like game volume and then music volume. Sound quality is high. I wonder what that means. What happens if you turn it down? All right, Tobias, good to have you here. Let's keep in touch, and thank you for joining in the conversation. Like, I really want to try to make this some kind of regular occurrence. I would love to have it like one day every week. Perhaps it is yeah, we'll see. Have a good night. This music is so good here. The bass. All right, we survived. Let's have like the only stream where you where you want to turn up the music that's in the game, and not the other way around that most streamers does nowadays, where they like to turn off the music for the game. I think I'm playing on difficult. That's why it's so difficult. We're like analyzing the game here, so the music for the game. So let's not get caught up in stuff. So, just out of interest, and speaking of the game quality, if I turn this, I didn't hear any like loss in the quality of the music, at least. It's an interesting outro. I wonder if they played like one track from beginning to end. They probably did. I don't think they had too many like adaptive systems in this game, where like you have things sync up with the ending of a game or with the ending of a loop or something like that. I do have Undertale Abyss. I could actually play that because Undertale is quite interesting when it comes to the music. I haven't done some analysis of it, so I could check out some stuff before that. And it's not that adaptive, like they don't have too much interactive stuff going on in the music. Where Toby Fox did a lot of great tracks, so yeah. I just make them all blow up by doing this. Oh, I got some health packs. But in terms of like design, where you put some different kinds of music, where you put different kinds of different tracks, and where they reuse themes, is really interesting in Undertale. So I think that could be something interesting to try out. So play a little bit of that. You can jump. Can't you jump over to this? Oh, you just walk over, right? And then you run over here, and then down here. Cuphead is a pretty good game for that as well. See, this is what I mean. Like it would be so interesting to have the composers for these games actually join in on the stream, so they can talk a little bit of the game while, you know, we can sit and play it at the same time. That would be pretty cool, I think. But like, you know, my intention is not to be a streamer. Like, I'm a game composer. I like music for games, and I like to know how, you know, other people think about music for games. I teach in this. I do some. I hold courses in game music at schools here for developers and other game composers and sound designers. So, like, this subject is really dear to me. I really want to figure out more ways to sort of talk about game music and how you can think about game music. So we need to get up to that thing, I think. Oh. So we should go up one level, perhaps. Here we just have some ambience, right? There is some... like these tones. The high... that tone. It's like you wouldn't hear that in a sewer, right? I think that's really interesting. You know, like the ambient music and like music concret and acousmatic kind of ideas of how you make ambience that it used to be sort of like super niche and no one listened to. It's suddenly like a real big subject inside of games. I could tell you that, yeah. I could actually play Tiny Echo. Barmark is really difficult to get a hold of. I know that the game director for the game has Barmark on some kind of device from way back, because it was used to be on only like you know, pads. What do you call it? iPads and it used to be for mobile devices, right? And it's not being sold anymore, so it's really difficult to get a hold of. But Jacob, as his name is, I've heard a rumor that he has it on some kind of device. Sorry, we're getting distracted. Where are we going? Yeah, we're going back here because now we can swim across one part of the game, one part of this here. Okay, that's it. And now we can swim down here and then we can go in here. But yeah, Tiny Echo is definitely a game I can play. That would be really fun to talk about, because I still have some notes and stuff from that game in some folder. So that could be really fun to go through and talk a little bit about how that got made, actually. Yes, so here we need to destroy these so we can get some platforms to jump across that. Oh, we get stuck. We need to go up. Oh yeah, Gris was one of my favorite games of that year when I played it. I played it 2021, I think. I got it for my Switch. Really, oh my god, it's so good and it's so beautiful. And I actually found out the group that made the music for that game, Berlinist. They're making Neva as well. So I'm really excited about that. Really, really excited about that. Have you played them, Abyss? Okay, let's see if we can get up on these. The physics here is so weird. I guess it does not make any sense at all. You shoot up like a like for its time it was really groundbreaking, but nowadays that's like, if you would see that inside of a inside of a game today, you would feel like that's yeah, you should work on your physics, man. Greece is not that long. It's I think it's like 2 to 3 hours of gameplay. So it's, when I played it, I just finished it in like 2 sittings or something like that. So it was in that sense, for me, it was just like finding some time to just play it. And Neva, I don't know if Neva is out yet. Do you know that? Also, where do you know the people from Berlinist? Oh, it's out. I've been under a rock. Oops, I'm sorry. Let's deal with these before I get back to you. New music. I wonder if it's just like this. So this is the thing about like having these kind of soundscape, ambient kind of music going on, is that as soon as you hear stuff in the like these kind of things, it sort of matches that kind of vibe that you have in the music. It's really interesting. But yeah, I will get around to playing Neva as well. I should do that. If you have any way, I can get in touch with Berlinist. I could get in touch with them on, I think, Instagram. I found their accounts. Perhaps I can get in touch with them there, and then we could talk a bit about them. Yeah, so this is where we're going. Also, Abyss, are you a manager for Berlinist? There's new music here. Definitely new music. Let's make it even more obvious. The problem is I can't turn up the music more than it already is. So you would have to turn it up yourself. But you do have something here in the background. But so far I don't think I've heard like I don't think I've noticed like a big sequence change when you enter like when you've killed a certain number of enemies, or so far it's all been about the volumes that you enter, and then it seems to sort of disappear by itself, the music. Oh, wow. For joint project. I do, you know, like I do have one thing that I will do in spring here with Tobias, actually. Which is not like I haven't announced it yet, but I plan to do some recordings with the application that I'm building. And I need to let's slow the volume here. So I need to find a way to produce music and compose music for that project that we're gonna do, where we try to record adaptive music with live musicians and try to get as efficient with it as possible, because the application that I'm doing is sort of designed for you to be able to create adaptive scores pretty quickly when you work inside of a studio, for instance. So I'm looking forward for that. It's been an interesting kind of opportunity that has come up with that, but nothing is really set yet. So I can't really announce it publicly yet. Although I'm talking about it here, I don't mind talking about it. But
Get out of here.
that's if I could have a chance to work with a composer right now, it's Tobias, because I'm really looking forward for that. And but we'll see. Like it's like I said, it's not set yet. We haven't like really set on a date or stuff like that, and what kind of stuff we do. Yeah, you say that adaptive score requires a lot of resources. See, that I've seen that is like the biggest problem that developers are facing. Developers are looking for ways to have adaptive scores, but it's really difficult to find people who first of all can make those kind of scores, to make game composers who can make those kind of scores, and then when you have them, you need to implement them somehow. Oh wow, now you get the head crabs. And that implementation process is quite a technical process, even though like it's easier now with Wise and Fmod and the implementation software that we have. It's so much work. So what I'm doing is an application that will like sort of speed up that work, so you can just you wanna be able to work creatively, right, and not get holed up in like technical stuff. So when you say, if you're asking if indie studios can afford this, so are you speaking about indie studios like music studios or game studios? Because the software is meant for creators. It's meant for game composers. This is really interesting here. I'm thinking about the music here. You sort of have live instruments. Isn't that like a woodwind instrument? Together with some like ambient stuff. Yeah, so I want to make it affordable for people. Oh, welcome back, Fox. I think you were away for like 30 minutes. Hey, Fisky! How are ya? So, yeah, the application is meant for I want to have like a tier kind of payment plan for that. So if you're an indie studio, you pay a lower price, but if you're like an enterprise, you work with lots of projects, then it's going to be an elevated price for that. I haven't really figured out yet exactly how to set it up yet, but I do have a Patreon where I have people coming in and supporting me with that work. Also, everybody say hi to Fisky. He's my favorite game developer. So, oh yeah. Let's help you out. That's awful. No, get away. Oh. Fisky, have you played Half-Life 2? So what I did notice here in this part, it seemed like you had actual sort of live instruments playing here. So musicians that played some kind of woodwind instrument. I mean, I know the bunny hopping thing, but I never learned it. I did watch the yes, Abyss. This is the developer who's working with the Sang, the Desert Blade. Yep, it is. How do you call the crowbar? Yeah. My trusty friend Eduardo with W. Marcy. No, it's Eduardo. But yeah, I was talking about the woodwinds here. So it's interesting that the first time you hear like they can notice that these are like orchestral instruments, you come to this part. But I would have to go back and listen to it like more with more detailed, or what do you call it? With more attention, because I don't know if that was actually orchestral instruments. Let's see what's going on here. Need to go around. Are we not? They're even crawling up from the ground. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. I thought it was some kind of crouch jump thing that you did, but yes. Or is it? You do some crouch kind of thing, right? Yeah, this is where we came from. We're walking in circles. And this is the part where you get electrocuted if you touch the walls. Alright. Oh. It's such a nice introduction as well to these to the zombies. Like you get introduced to them when they're in like this swamp, nuclear active swamp, radioactive swamp thing. So it's not only that they're like creepy and what do you call it? Horror kind of thing. Oh yeah. It's like you're also meeting them the first time when you have this kind of creepy area looking kind of thing. And now you get to this part.
Hey, Dr. Freeman. I've been hoping you'd show up.
With the boat.
Their boat all gassed up and ready to go. It's gonna be tough dodging civil protection out there in the open, but drive hard and you'll make it.
Multiplayer games is hard, Abyss.
Just a few bends up the river.
It's really hard.
The old red barn. You'd better get going now.
Multiplayer is a different kind. It depends on the game design. You know, if it's a co-op and story driven, then of course you're gonna have sort of like what you have with single player. Then you try to sort of offer the game both players or several players the same kind of experience. But if it's like a shooter game, then what do you call it? Like a competitive game, then you need to figure out a way to find these moments inside of the game where you can sort of have them. You know, if it's a competitive game, then you don't want to have music playing when you're like trying to sneak around and trying to listen for other people. And either way, most multiplayer. Most players are gonna like turn off the music for that part anyways. But I think it's really interesting for like in CES. You had these like you had this way of modding. You had this way of modding music into the game, so you could have like things. You could have music starting and ending at specific like cues inside of the game. So when you start a round, and when you have, if you have won a round, if you have lost a round, if you won the whole game, so to speak. So you could add like your own, musicians would add like offer you like a pack of music which would replace the original music there. I think that's really interesting. Let's jump off here because he's here. Mr. G-Man. So multiplayer is really interesting in that sense. Like there's a lot of stuff you could do with it and it's unexplored. But at the same time, I guess Fortnite is doing a lot of good experiments with that. Like, you know, they're doing some interesting stuff, which I don't know everything what they're doing. Yeah, I think there's a lot to explore about game music. So it's a good question. It's a really good question. I have not asked Santa for any presents yet. Or I did actually ask for one present, which is like a thing when you bake bread. You want to have like a mat, like what do you call it? It's like one of these mats. Do you call them mats? Where you put on like the counter, which is non-stick. So when you bake bread and form and shape the bread, it won't get stuck to the. It won't get stuck to the whatever, the counter. So that's one thing I've actually asked Santa for Christmas. I'm doing a bit of sourdough baking at the moment when I have the time. And yes, Fisky, this boat section will go on for a long time. I am in no rush, but at the same time, I'm looking for music moments, and I'm not sure I will find them here. But let's see. There will be a moment here soon with the.
Hey down there! Supplies!
We actually do have music here. Did we? Or was that just the drone? Like that's the thing, you know, like this, it's because the game is so sparse with music. Whenever you have music or like stingers coming in, it can be so effective. There's nothing here, right? There should be something here. Oh yeah, you need to rise this thing up. No more room in hell. Any global cutscenes. But this game has deep, depressive and eerie score. So, I mean, No More Room in Hell has a deep, depressive and eerie score. Is that what you mean? Ah, Postal. I'm not sure if I want to play Postal. Like it's... I shouldn't say never, but I'm not sure if I would enjoy it. What is Postal brain damage? How does that... how is that different from Postal? We did it! We solved the puzzle! Like it's... When you have these kind of... Oh no. When you have these kind of ambient kind of scores, these vehicles, the flying games, or the flying things, they sort of make their ambience and becomes part of like telling the story with music in a sense. Almost got there. They can crash through these and kill them. Like, it's interesting, the whole thing with how they designed this game. It's sort of like, let's just make you do crazy shit. Like, let's just give you the opportunity to crash into these poles so you can kill them. Let's give you the opportunity and make it really obvious that like you can drive into them right now. Let's make it really obvious that you could shoot that barrel that they are standing next to. And yeah, and all of that. Let's make it really obvious that this guy is shooting towards you, because you can see that on the ground, in the water, like with the trace. Like they're making it everything very obvious here. Oh yeah, now you need to open that up. You find a entrance to that somewhere here, right? That's really interesting. So No More Room in Hell is a source game, so it's like a mod on the source engine. Is that right?
We have direct confirmation of a disruptor in our midst. One who has acquired an almost messianic reputation in the minds of certain citizens. His figure is synonymous with the darkest...
Oh.
Some of the worst excesses of the Black Mesa incident.
It was a mod, then become a separate game. That's pretty cool. I will check that out. Again here, it's like there's a lot of ambience going on around here. So it's like, because the game is filled with these kind of ambient stingers and a lot of silence, it really makes sense that, you know, they will need to sort of design the ambience in this kind of environment in a way that sort of feels musical. And I wonder also if, like, back then, you didn't have that much of a like a localization, spatialization in the stereo field. So when they did this, it was kind of new. Like, you know, they had their own spatialization, so you could localize stuff where stuff is, with reverb zones and stuff like that. So perhaps they wanted to make room for that, so they didn't just slam in music all the time, everywhere. Have you ever tried to make video interviews with various unknown composers? I've tried one interview with a composer who worked with, or he's still working with Riot Games. So Sebastian and me, we chatted for like 1 hour about how his work is with League of Legends and the stuff around League of Legends. And I think since then he started working more with producing like the pop songs and stuff like that. That's inside of, you know, for the whole brand around League of Legends. But I don't know in detail what he does right now. Oh yeah, I will play Hotline Miami. I do have it. I bought it and played it a lot, like when it came out. So absolutely, I will do that. And the music there is so good, and it's also there. You know, the developer is Swedish, so perhaps there could be a way to get them to join in on the conversation whenever I do something like that. Most of all, I would like to try to get to play games who have really done something really cool with adaptive scores. Hades comes to mind. I could play that. It would be interesting to see if I can. Oh yeah, I can touch this. It would be interesting to see if I can get playing on the. Oh, what's it called now? What's it called? It's a musical game, and you play it, and it changes the story as you play it, and the music as you play it. Is that how you do it? Yep. And then you crash that thing. All right. Yeah, so Hotline Miami is definitely on the list. I should try to get, try to put together a list of like games that could be played and stuff like that, and then I can update it whenever people send me requests, stuff like that. We do have music here, right? Or is that the drone? Oh, is that the helicopter? Kind of flying away. It's probably it, right? Yeah. So like, this way of making ambient music inside of this game really makes sense for this kind of world where they have like, futuristic spacecrafts that makes these kind of drone sounds. Oh, here's a barrel. Yep. I'll set a list up as soon as I have finished this game, and then I'll put the notes in there. Oh. But it's really interesting. Like, this game is so forgiving. You don't have to be, play that much games to be good at this game. Like, to be able to play through it. Like, I can stand here. Like, I can check this guy out. Oh, Javier. How are you doing? Welcome. I'm doing a stream. Fisky was here a bit earlier, so perhaps he's still around. Crypt of the Necrodancer. I have that game. Is this game you're talking about? The music changed the game story. I'm not really sure I understand the question. I do. If I do remember correctly, the music changes for who you pick up and play. Yo. We have Sangang in here. How are you doing? But I do have Crypt of the Necrodancer as well. I could play that. Just to check that out. But I'll try to get past this section here. Again, they make it really obvious where you can drive, and oh yeah, if you go in this part, it will be a lot easier to survive. So yeah, I need to put together a list here of games that would be really good to play. Try to figure out the music and how it sort of interacts with the game design and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that you could do around streaming games like this. Oh, Gib. Yeah. You are. A lot of familiar faces here. And also a lot of new faces. So, very happy to see that. And look at this. Interactivity. Now we get health packs. Can I get that? No. Maybe John Fisk and Gib have ideas for games to stream. Yeah. Heck yeah. I suppose that's the question, Gib. Are you? All right. What's this part again? Is this... You jump off here, right? Because you need to open that. Yeah, you need to open one of these. So... We jump off here, right? Yep. Yeah, I will want to play Blasphemous 2. I want to show them a little bit of what you talked about last time we played. But I'm not sure how I get to like... I want to replay the bosses. So if in that case I would have to replay like the whole game just to get there. Do you know that? If you can just like jump between quickly to like new parts of old parts of the game. Oh. Like I said, you know, I get ambushed and I still come out on top. Nier Automata, Automata would be really, really, really good. My notebook, how so? Do you think it's gonna be like overloaded or something? I don't, you know, it's not my notebook that I think you should be worried about. Or I should be worried about. Ah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, Gib, I said I wanted to... I wanted to have like I want to stream Blasphemous 2. I think that's what you mean. I'm gonna die here. I said I'm gonna stream Blasphemous 2, and then I want to be able to find a way to sort of jump between bosses, so I could show my community like how the bosses sort of are represented with the music. But if I want to do that, then I need to like find ways to. I need to find. Sorry, that's annoying. I need to find ways to get to the bosses real quick, because the alternative is that I replay the whole game. So I'm not really sure I'm gonna do that. I wish they would have done like they do in Metroid Prime, the newest one, where you could just like jump straight to the boss. The funny boss rush. Oh yeah, they do have a boss rush. That's right. Milk inside a bag. Milk outside a bag. No, I do not. What game is that? I'll go through, like, please tell me more games. Like, I'll go through the whole list and then save them in some kind of way so I can check them out. Ah. Yeah, I think every game like that has that kind of Metroidvania kind of thing with bosses should have kind of they should have a boss rush. That would be so helpful, at least for me in this case. Thank you, Gib. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, Blasphemous 2, I think, like, you know, everybody should play. I'll see you around, Gib. Thank you for checking in. I'll talk to you later. I think in my... Like Aged Through Blood has very nice music and is furry. Gib would love that. Thank you. Thank you for the laughs. Oh, that's great. But what's that game with the nun? Do you know that? There was recently like a pretty recent release here with where you play as like a nun. And as far as I can tell, what I saw from it was that, like, someone made a video about it, but they just talked like generally about the game. But they did seem to have like some very interesting stuff about the music there as well. So I would love to check that out. I need to be a bit more try-hard with this, I think. Oh, there's so many Marvel and DC games, right? I think I would need to have. I think I would need to have a bit of a more detailed suggestion there, at least for those kind of games. I haven't played the. Oh yeah, you're right. You can quick save. Can you? I'm pressing F5 and nothing happens. F6. Ah, F6. That's right. Thank you. Let's remember that. Let's remember to save. Yeah, I'm curious about Ravenholm as well, Andrew. Like every revolver should have this kind of knockback. Oh, I should leave. Let me out. And then you should never reload when you know that you'll meet up an enemy here. But yeah, Ravenholm is so, you remember it if you've ever played this game, but I don't recall like anything about the music. What I recall is like the feeling of being in Ravenholm for the first time and feeling like that's like the scariest place you've ever been to. And they like introduce it in a way so like you feel like they introduce it to you so you feel like this place is really bad, like Alex is talking about Ravenholm and she's like crouching up like we don't talk about Ravenholm, something like that, and then you have to go there like just in the sequence after you have to go through Ravenholm. What is important in the work of a composer with game developers? How does the composer... sorry. You have a really good question, Abyss, but I'm getting shot at. How does a composer want to show his emotions, or what musical preference do the developers have? I think this is one of the reasons why I think game music is so exciting. Is that there's so much to explore about game music. Like we've seen what people can do, of course, and in many ways it sort of draws towards film music and how you use film music and films to sort of convey emotions and storylines and subtext and everything like that. But games is so much more. It's like, you do have story in games, but you also have game design, which I think when I teach about game music to my students, I always tell them like the first thing you do is you have to understand the game design before you make music for a game. Like what kind of a game design is it? Oh, there's an enemy. What kind of a game design do you have? Is it like a shooter? Is it a puzzle game? Is it a I don't know, is it a co-op game? Is it a multiplayer game? Because everything about the music, like the context of the music is gonna be the game design first and foremost. And then the game design may contain stories. So you have to think about, okay, well, what kind of a game is it first, and then you think about what kind of story and subtext do you want to have, and then you think about how you like try to convey that with the music in a sense. But there are the developer's wishes and the composer's vision. How can you find a compromise? That's part of the creative work, like that's just you have to find people who sort of understands your vision. If you're a developer and if you're a composer, you have to be able to work with developers who talk your language and is open for your music. And the trickiest bit is like being open to new ideas from both parts. it's really, yeah. So, you know, but what I think is really important from a game composer's perspective is that you have to understand game design. It's sort of like if you're a movie composer, you should understand cinematography. You should understand like what makes a movie. How do you tell a story? What's the dramatic curve? What kind of different stories are there? You know, who's the hero? Who's the villain? How do we tell them that that's the hero and that's the villain? You know, if you're a movie composer, you should understand that kind of context. But in games, there's so much more than that. There's game design. There's stories to it. There's a long history of styles in games. And if you do that, and if you understand what the developers, like the kind of landscape that the developers are in, then you can start talking their language, and they can start to understand that, okay, here's someone who really cares about, you know, what the game is, and not only, you know, just want to make music for a game, but as like really, you know, try to break it down very detailed, in a very detailed way to see, okay, how can we work together? Because, you know, yeah, so I think that's important. There's a few questions that come in here. I'll try to get to them. The only thing I remember about music in Ravenholm is that it's quite eerie. Yeah, it should be if it's in Ravenholm. I know it's off topic, but I love the music in Epic Mickey. It's just amazing. I do recall that game, but I don't like Mrs. Mouse, but the game design and music is good. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, I do have some memory of Epic Mickey, but I can't really recall the game for it. Like how the game is. Let's just get to the... Don't get to the chopper, but get... I'm gonna die. Aren't I? No, I'm gonna live. And Fisky usually tell Mount West if he can make the plink plonk sander and some bongs and add some bongs. Yeah, when it comes down to it, you just have to find a way to communicate, you know. And this works for us. I think it does, at least. Project Borealis. Which game is that again? Crazy visuals. I can't really recall the game. I should do some evasive actions here. Oh yeah, the dropping of the mines. Oh no. But yeah, remind me, Project Borealis. I can't remember exactly what the game is. How is that even possible? You know, people figure out the craziest stuff with games. Am I the only one that likes only the gameplay of the game, not the music? Maybe some games like Hotline Miami, Doom, anime games and others. You know, it's easy for, you know, I love music and I love games, but it's really difficult for me to focus on the music while I am playing the games. It's because I get so distracted by what's going on. So I try to remind myself that as well when I make music as well. Like it's really caring about it is really good, but it should always fit the context in a sense, you know, like it should always fit the game design. Okay, we have music again telling out it is action time, right? This is sort of how I remember Half-Life 2, the Half-Life music as well. It's like a lot of these break beats kind of thing. And they do mix a lot of the styles. Like they do have everything from trance, to like these big beat kind of stuff. Are we stuck here? No. Oh. And the long drony ambient kind of sounds. So like they do have they mix a lot of different styles in this. No. What happened? Amazing physics is what happened. Can we pass through this somehow? Or do we have to go back and do the whole thing again? I think we have to do that again. Literally uses the source engine on Unreal. I'm honestly so happy they added Workshop, the best thing they did. I have played a little bit of Half-Life 1, but not the whole game. For some reason, I can't remember in what context I played Half-Life, but I think it was way back, together with a friend at his computer. Now the music is over. Like it's a lot of you know, they're very oh no, I want to get to that pack. Yes. They're very abrupt with their music. It's not very like delicate, especially when you come to the loading screens. Oh shit. Oh. Especially when you come to the loading screens. If you happen to be like in the middle of the music, it's just gonna cut you off. Oh no! Don't read and drive a motorboat. Up. This is no good. This is no good. Oh, are you streaming by any chance? I would love to check it out. Jansai. Sorry. Let's focus. I would at least try to get to. Oh no, this is no good. I've come to a point where I'm stuck. Perhaps I should just like stand still for a little bit and let these things explode. Oh, yeah, okay. They don't want me to do that. But I want to go to Ravenholm, and then I'll pause just before that, before going there. I think that's gonna be like a good save point. Oh, hey. I mean, have we been here? No, we haven't. We're going up here. And then we're taking a break up here. Yes. Alright. Remember to save. Thank you, Abyss. Alright. Hey. Let me just take a moment. Okay. What were we doing here again? We have this bit here. Oh yeah, we can drive the boat over here and then lower it down. Is he dropping mines in here? All right. It's interesting. There is some kind of ambience going on here. Some windy kind of sounds. Does it tell you anything? Well, you know, it tells you that you're in some kind of space, right? Now what do we do? Do we jump over this? I can't remember. I used to know this game like the back of my hand, but not in the same way. Yeah. My girlfriend, Oppa, is my type of woman. Whoop. All right. And also, everybody who's here, if you're interested in what I do and want to support my work, I do have a Patreon, which I use as a funding platform for the adaptive music application that I'm building. So the video's description have a link to that and to my Discord server. So if you're interested in joining in on like this kind of conversation about game music and how we can make tools and workflows that make, you know, game music better the more that it is, then check that out. Because I'm really happy about it. It's actually something that I didn't see myself doing for other people, but as soon as people said, I showed it off to some friends and they said, hey, this is something you should share with others, then I try to I set that up, and then people seem to be really interested in it. So if that's something you want to support, then check that out. Oh, like that. We get up here, and then we find that we have a washing machine here, right? All right. Pushy, pushy. And we got a barrel also. Yeah, like that. All right. Yes, I do have a partner, Fox. Let's go over here.
Hey!
And you thought the boat roll was over.
Believe it if I couldn't see with my own eyes.
I saw you could like glitch through this thing. When you speedrun it.
Gotta move out before the combine picks us up.
Yep, and then
Getting ready to pull out.
they want to add the machine gun to.
Gotta tear down this camp and get out of here.
Greetings to the
Then get some ammo and stuff like that. Don't they have it here?
Come on in. I'll show you what you're up against.
Oh yeah. Yeah, lead the way.
Here, take a look at this. This here's the dam. It's just up ahead. Eli's hideout is here, a stone's throw from the apron and nestled in the old hydro plant. But getting there, with that hunter chopper on your ass, next to impossible. Good news is, the Vortigaunt's working his magic on your airboat, so you'll have a little more firepower going forward. I think he's just finishing up now. Go on out.
It's a really good way to distract you from the fact that they just suddenly placed a machine gun here on your boat. By magic.
That gun came off one of the same 100 choppers that you're up against. I always like to bring a little iron into a firefight.
Also, it reloads by itself.
And you should be able to tear on through to Eli's place.
I don't know when I will end the stream. Perhaps 1 more hour or something like that.
Farewell.
I want to get to Ravenholm before ending the stream. Well, we do have... Oh yeah, we have the car section after this. That might be... Is that more than an hour of gameplay? Get away from me, you... Oh. Fox, I'm not gonna hold it against you if you have to go. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 9:30. Is that how you wanna have it? You wanna close the door for me? Oh, lag! Holy heck! What's going on? Let's go up here. I think there's something with like the physics. So when something happens with the physics, and it hits just right, then it really starts lagging for me. You see? Well, we'll see. I'm not sure how much further I will play here. This music is so epic. But here's the thing again. Like, you have this epic music. Now you have a loading screen. And now it's completely silent. Like, you would not do this anymore. You would have like an object that is like persistent and doesn't stop between loadings. And then just let it play or something like that. Alright. Yeah, don't worry about it. I need to go. I have a global audience. I'm very happy to hear that. Very happy. Yeah, don't worry. Like, I'll try to find more times to stream. Perhaps not Friday nights is the optimal time for me. It's perhaps gonna be Monday nights, Monday evenings or something like that. But we'll see. I still need to figure out like the best kind of date for me and the partner. What would work best? Yeah, tell me where you're from. Should we just drive through the fire? I suppose so. No. Let's just take it easy, right? Bit by bit. No. Alright. We survived. And if you didn't know by now, I'm from Sweden. Alright. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna play that much longer. I just realized that the car section is sort of like the same length as the boat section. Although the boat section is a bit longer, right? Oh yeah, you need to go below this thing. So you have to go over here. Oh, no. You need to go inside here, right? To find a way to get in this, yes. And then you can jump into the boat and then drive under this way here. Whoa. Should just save here. Even though I'm very low on health. Probably find a health pack pretty soon. No. Oh. Did I do a barrel roll? A barrel roll? That's pretty sweet. Yes, Sweden is popular because of meatballs. That's very, very true. Okay, let's find some health packs if we can. Are you talking about episode 2, Half-Life episode 2? I mean, there is nothing for Half-Life episode 3, right? Not even the game. I mean, they made something, but they're not gonna do anything with it. Alright, let's kill the boss. So you don't think there's gonna be a Portal 3? Didn't they do Left 4 Dead 3? Wee. They didn't. That's right. They didn't do that. Half-Life Alex, that's right. But it's like, you know, I think the fact that they can make you know, a third game doesn't like doesn't really require them to make a third game. I think that's sort of like a yeah, sort of a, I don't know what you should call that. I'm gonna die here. They're not obligated to make a third game just because of like, oh well, it's a trilogy. Like it's there shouldn't be a requirement for it whatsoever. Let's see if we can find some health packs. Oh, there were some over here. But I would, you know, if Half-Life 3 would come out, or Half-Life Episode 3 would come out, Half-Life 2 Episode 3, of course, it would probably be good either way. You know, even if it's just like this game, but like one more storyline or one more part of the story. Yeah. So perhaps let's see if I can kill this helicopter and then I'll wrap the stream up. I mean, they did do it for Half-Life, right? Yeah, what if they made Half-Life Barney? Yes, exactly. They did. Have you tried the what's it called? Black Mesa? Oh no, it's not called Black Mesa. It's like a new version of Half-Life Lamar. I would play that. I think that would be like the absolutely the next technology kind of platform that they can build their IP on. Half-Life Eduardo. I mean, technically, the only thing that's sort of really the main character in these games is the crowbar. You do get a crowbar in Half-Life Alex Vance, right? Oh, you see, the physics in this messes my my computer up. Something really weird. Something really weird. Oh wow. Let's just kill this damn chopper. Uh-oh. Yeah! We did it! Nice! That stinger? Like an orchestral cymbal kind of thing? See, that's like... Oh. Yeah. It's kind of a, like... It's so interesting how they use music in this game. It's so interesting. Because it's like... On the one hand, it's all of these empty moments. Like right now, there's no like fanfare or anything like that. You know, it's just like the only thing they play is that like cymbal. Like where's the big like orchestral moment? There's nothing of that here. So it's really interesting. In that sense, you know, they did something extraordinary with this, I think. But it's just like, I suppose it's just the style that they were going for. It was like they realized we can't do like these big orchestral moments or huge kind of scores. Perhaps they weren't interested in it. Perhaps the game composer for this game was not like, you know, I can't do that, or I want to do these kind of scores. I want to have like trance and big beats and breakbeat kind of music. Like perhaps that's just was what they were interested in that at that time. You know, like but it's really interesting. They do not give you the big moments that you kind of would be expecting today. Like if you would hear this today, you would be like, is there a bug somewhere? All right. So, but that's it. I think that fanfare is what will end the stream for us. Just jump into the boat, do a final check. Yeah, the drums are epic. Like it's so unique. Like this, I suppose, you know, back then there was a lot more games that had this kind of vibe, the breakcore and the breakbeat kind of music. So it was, in a sense, it was more conventional back then. But today and even back then, for what it was, like, you didn't get that big fanfare. But they, you know, they stay true to what they try to do, you know. Or is there anyone in here? Yep. Oh! Physics going on. Let's see if we can wait it out. Oh. No. Don't come in. Don't come out. Were you alone? Alright. Okay. That's it. Hey guys, thank you for sticking around. This is all new to me. Like, I haven't played a game like this with an audience. I'm very happy to see that you want to stick around and listen to this. Like I said, this is an idea that I have for my Discord community of other game composers. I want to talk about games. I want to talk about game music, how other game composers have created music for their games, how it has been implemented, and what works and what doesn't work, and like trying to pick it apart while I'm playing. And then perhaps in the future I will bring in other, you know, game composers who made the music for the games, so we can sit and talk about it and have fun. Yeah, that's the idea. If you want to support my work, I do try to remember to get people to join my Patreon and check it out, because that's how we develop this music application for making music for games. So I have a small community right now of game composers that I'm looking to sort of invite more people over to if they want to support that kind of work, to sort of elevate what music can be in the future for games, or just support game music in general. Then come by there and then say hi, check it out. The links should be in the video description, and support my work. Is really helpful, and every little bit of help has given me a lot more motivation to keep doing this. And for those of you who we talked about before with new games and finding new games and other stuff to play, let's get in touch and see what we can do. So thank you for sticking around. Yeah, and I'll see you later. Okay.